Hey guys, Simon here, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Nioh and some essential tips about the game. Before I get started, I just want to say that this video is for new players who have gotten the game and have yet to really get too deep into it or even start. Most of the things I will be talking about will help guide you so you have a better understanding of the system and menus, along with how to locate and use certain items and abilities. If you find this video helpful in any way, please hit the like button and subscribe. Okay, let's get started. First thing you need to know is that there is a starting point in every area. It's pretty much a base of operations once you make it to each region. From this spot you can access a shrine, the blacksmith, the dojo, the storehouse, and the online menu once you have reached a high enough level. Most of these are self-explanatory once you go into them and use them a little bit. However, just so you know a few things, the blacksmith allows you to buy and sell items. Also, it allows you to forge new armors and weapons once you progress in the game a little bit, along with changing the appearance of those items and your hairstyle and appearance. For more tips on selling items before New Game Plus, check out my Nioh money making guide video. The storehouse acts as your save chest for items and all of your equipment. Just go to your inventory bar when at mission select, and once you come across the item you want to store, hit triangle and it will transfer over to the storehouse. To bring the item back to your inventory, simply access the storehouse through the starting point, find said item, hit triangle, and transfer it right back to your character. When you use a shrine, a menu screen opens and gives you several options, one of which is to make an offering. This allows you to pick certain items you want from your inventory and to offer them up to see what you will get back. It takes a certain number of items to offer up before you start to get a return, but for junk items, it is a useful tool for gaining extra elixirs if you are running low or looking to acquire some extra spirit stones or other types of items. This also earns you some amoretta for each item offered as well. Keep in mind, however, that whatever you get back is random, and sometimes you will get back nothing if you haven't offered up enough items. Spirit stones are very useful for a few reasons. First, they give you a certain amount of amoretta depending on the size of the stones you use, ranging from 500 to 50k. Secondly, but more importantly, they will also refill your spirit guardian meter and keep you in living weapon mode as long as you have the stones to sustain it. Likewise, you can also use the stones to fill the meter up so you can get to use the ability a lot faster. Just be aware that there is a cooldown period once the gauge expires, and you will have to wait this period out until you can refill it again. The next thing we're going to talk about is the learn skill categories for the different weapons, magic, and ninja abilities. There is one tree for each weapon as well as one for the ninja and magic trees. Each tree has a number of skills for each weapon, with some of the abilities working across multiple weapons such as the Purify Yokai Realm, Flux, and Flash attack skills. What some people may not know about these skill trees is that the list is longer than it appears. You can scroll down each tree and it opens up a number of other passive abilities or skills to assign to your character. Likewise, the ninja and magic trees also have skills down into their trees with better abilities you will want early in the game, such as sneak attack. Keeping on the skill trees for a moment, some of these abilities won't be available to you until you level up, and some require you to complete certain missions at the dojo. Once done, this will open second and third tiers of certain skills for your weapon. To acquire these missions, simply use whatever you like over and over again to increase in your proficiency. You're able to check your proficiency with each weapon if you hit the home screen button, click over to status, hit R1, and it should bring you to a screen with some stats, at the bottom of which is your proficiency score with each individual weapon. Going back to the dojo, these missions unlock at 100k, 300k, and at 500k it changes from missions becoming weapon specific, meaning if you want to get the mystic art for all 5 weapons, you would have to complete a dojo mission for each individual weapon. And just so you know, you are able to have one mystic art active for each weapon at the same time. The ninja and magic trees work the same way, but you unlock those dojo missions by leveling the skill point for those abilities up to 10, 15, and 20, then completing the dojo missions that would unlock the mystic art for each individual one. This next tip is extremely important for your character. As you play, you will unlock titles for killing enemies or using a certain weapon over and over, and other specific tasks as detailed in the title list page. Each one of these titles earns you reputation, which then turns into prestige points, which can be spent on one of 4 things to increase your skills. You can access the screen by hitting the home button and scroll to the titles. This will bring you to a second menu and hit the prestige summary category, which will bring you right to your points page. Here there are 2 trees, each with its own set of points to spend. You can access the second one by hitting L1. However, pay close attention to where you spend your points, as each point spent into a block will flip them over to a second skill to spend a point into. These skills on the blocks do not change. By that I mean the skills are set on each side, but you don't know what skill is on the other side until you spend a point into the previous one. So keep an open mind about how you spend your points and try to remember what skills are on the blocks you spent points on. As an extra tip, there's an item you can purchase later in the game called a Kona Manual, and it will allow you to reallocate all of your prestige points. You can gain this item from quests or purchase one from the online tea house. I bought one for 900 honor and then the price jumped up to 1100 after, so be aware that the repeatedly buying of this item will increase the cost each time. Okay guys, that about wraps it up. I hope this video was helpful to you in some way. If it was, please leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe. I plan to keep making more content and would like for you guys to get there to watch it.